Hi, it's Jeff Korhan and it's Friday, March 13th. Thanks for joining me once more for my weekly video blog. Today I'm going to talk about traditional marketing and why it's dying, and why, if you haven't already begun to do so, it's so vital that you begin to learn and use this new media, what some of us call social media marketing, in your business. There was a poet who lived about 1,000 years ago by the name of Rumi. He was a Persian poet and a deep thinker, and he had this to say: "When I die, I will soar with the angels, and when I die as an angel, what I will become, you cannot imagine." Those words are an excellent description of the current state of marketing. Traditional marketing is dying. We're beginning to soar with this new media. However, what's really interesting is that it's changing so rapidly that, to paraphrase Rumi, what it will become in just a few years is something that we cannot even imagine. And I find that to be very exciting, though many of my clients find that it scares the hell out of them. Why is that? Well, they're holding on to those marketing methods that got them to where they are today, and they're afraid of letting go of that, and they're not quite yet willing to embrace this new media. Here's a consideration. Think about, if you're my age or close to it, when you were growing up, it was so exciting to get just your name in the newspaper, in the local newspaper, and to get your picture in the paper. Oh my gosh, well, that was incredibly exciting. Well, kids today, that doesn't excite them at all. They couldn't care less about that. Why? Because they have access to this full multimedia platform. They can broadcast their image and their message across the entire planet using sites like YouTube and Facebook and MySpace. And that has become a wake-up call for the traditional media outlets. As a result, you're now beginning to read in the newspaper that, hey, we're on Twitter too. That's good. They're embracing the new technology and the new media. However, what they're soon going to find is that Twitter is actually their competition. A lot of us get our news through Twitter and some of these social media sites. So now they have to keep reinventing themselves and really think about how they can become something that they probably don't even imagine today. And I believe that that is the lesson for most of us in our businesses. And I think we're starting to get a glimpse of that as a result of this tough economy that we're in right now. This is going to change how things are done in the world of business. And having an effect on that as well are things like the green issue, which is making us all aware of the fact that we're going to have to do more with less. And one of the best ways to accomplish that is by embracing this new media and learning how to use it in ways that you probably have not yet considered. So, here's the message. If you think that social media is a plaything, and if you think that it's not a serious business tool, you're correct. But if you're willing to stretch your imagination and consider how this can move your business forward, I really believe that what you're going to find is that it's going to eliminate some of the clutter in your business, because a lot of the traditional media is clutter. Now, what you're going to find out is there's going to probably be a lot more clutter online. And all we have to do with that is to use what works for us and take a cue from our kids who have learned in this disposable society that technology is something that's here today and it's going to be different tomorrow, to just use what's working for you, make that work, be prepared to let it go, because something new and better and different is going to come along that's going to take you to the next step. I'll see you next week. Thanks again for joining me.